Marcos, you're gonna help me out, okay?
All right.
Now, as a magician, we have our good days and our bad days, just like any job, okay? And today is actually not that great of a day for me, I'll be honest. And you probably wonder, what does it mean to have a bad day as a magician? It could mean maybe the dove dies in the harness, or the rabbit poops in the hat or something, right? But as a card magician or as a close-up magician, maybe it might mean that I just don't find your card as fast as I should, or find it at all for that matter. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna show you what it would be like if I was having a bad day, okay? So Marco, just say stop whenever you like.
Stop.
Right there. This one or this one?
The first one.
Take it. Show the camera, of course. Don't show me. Okay. Now, as a magician who might be having a less than perfect day, it might take me more than one try to find your card. It could take me maybe 4 or 5 tries, 6 tries, 52 tries. It's boring as hell, but I'll find it, right? But today, let me try. Give me like 5 tries. Okay. So think of your card. You got it. Okay. Okay, I think I got it. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now, Marcos, be honest. Are any one of those 5 cards, or one of those 5 cards yours?
Yes.
One of the are. Perfect. You know what? That's making me feel a little better about myself. I feel good. Thank you. Think of which one it is. Okay. Stare at your card. You got it?
Okay.
Your card's a red card, right?
Yes.
Yeah. I'm feeling cocky now. I'm feeling pretty arrogant. You know what? Let's make this a little more fun. I'm gonna bet some money. I bet you. $100. That's all I got. That's all they paid me. Bet you $100 I could do this. Okay. Yeah, I'm feeling good now. If you're a betting man, which you don't have to necessarily be, but if you're a betting man, would you bet that I did not get your card and match my bet, or would you not bet any money because you're confident I got your card?
I would bet that you don't have my card.
Really?
I mean, not for real, but yeah.
Jesus. That doesn't make me feel better about myself, Marcos. Well, what was the card that you chose?
Queen of Diamonds.
Queen of Diamonds. Well, it's a good thing you didn't bet, because yeah, you would have lost your money. And that's what I got there. Queen of Diamonds. There you go. All right. So that is called You Dirty Rat. This keeps falling out of my butt.
G'day, you absolute champion. How you doing? Welcome back to Murphy's Magic Saturday Sorcery. Now, today we have a special treat for you. You've seen him in such films as Shrek Goes to Hollywood and Man with a Hat in His Hand. Of course, I'm talking about the one and only Mark Calabrese. Now, before we get into today's episode, I do want to tell you about this week's giveaway. If you want a chance to win the Card Magic Bundle, all you need to do is stick around till later on in the episode, and I'll show you how to enter that giveaway. Now, today you're not going to learn that effect you just saw. That is called the Dirty Rat from his At the Table lecture. And boy, oh boy, is this lecture good. If you want to see more about it, link in the description below right now. But today you're going to learn an essential piece of magic, and oh man, when I first saw this, I was like, this is too good. It is so good, I can't wait to practice it and learn it myself. You're about to see Mark's full performance and then straight into his explanation. So Mark, my friend, over to you.
There's two schools of thought when it comes to the bottom deal, and there's definitely 2 kinds of people when dealing with the bottom deal. There's the bottom deal guy who displays it as a technique, where they're dealing cards out and they're going, you know, the 4 aces on the bottom, they deal, and then they do the move, and they're showing off their skill. And then there's the guy that uses the bottom deal in a covert fashion. And I enjoy, you know, showing off what I can do to my friends and doing a bottom deal, and you know. But to me, I prefer the use of the bottom deal, you know, because it streamlines a lot of effects. Mm-hmm. You know, the bottom deal, the second deal. Those moves are classics for a reason. Yeah, they're tough, but they accomplish things that I think that other moves don't or can't. Okay. Mm-hmm. So what I want to show you right now is a routine that I use, some false deals and a mixture of other techniques to essentially do the same trick 3 times for the spectator. But what I want to talk about here is the idea of making each phase more impossible than the next. Okay. So Chris, you're gonna help me out with this, all right? What I want you to do is pick any card you want. I said pick any card. I'm just kidding. No, I'm just kidding. Anyone you want. Just anyone you want. Doesn't matter.
Let's pick this one.
Take it out. Make sure I can't see it. So the camera. I will try not to look at the monitor this time. All set.
Got
Cool. All right. Put your card back. Remember your card.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna put the card in a specific position. This is gonna help me more or less know where you're gonna say stop. Okay. I'm gonna deal cards like this. And you're gonna say stop, okay?
Stop.
Here? What was your card?
10 of spades.
Tennis.
Or clubs, sorry.
It would help if you remember the
sorry.
trick, Chris Oberly. Fired.
Oh, man.
Fired.
I'm glad that we can edit this.
Fired. Can we edit it?
Yeah, we can edit this
He
out.
said 10 of clubs.
10 of.
Very good.
Here, I'll just say spades. Now I'll just put it in.
Add it later. Okay,
There
cool.
you go.
So that's the first method. You know what though? Maybe you're thinking I was taking my time. I was waiting for you to say stop. You know, maybe I was doing something, some kind of psychological force or something, right?
Yeah.
Like who could do that? But I'm going to show you this time. I want you to be stubborn. I want you to actually be kind of a pain in the butt. Okay, which shouldn't be too hard for you. But I'm going to do this, and whenever you want, you're just going to say stop. So take your time, but don't say stop at the last one because you know that's not your card, right? Same one, 10 of clubs, right? Take your time. Check your phone. Do what you got to do.
Stop.
Right here, 10 of clubs, right?
Yeah.
10 of clubs. There. Okay. But maybe, just maybe, I'm doing a sneaky move. Maybe I'm stealing a
probably.
card when you're not looking or something like that. But you know what? I'm gonna have you do this because there's no way that I can make you cheat, right? Or make you do a sneaky move. Yeah.
Right.
Take the cards, and what I want you to do is face down. I want you to deal cards one at a time into my hand. And when you want to stop, you just stop. So deal cards one at a time into my hand, and when you want, just stop.
Oh, sorry.
It's all right. Now, there's no way that, I mean, you're not doing a false special deal
No.
or a sneaky move. Those are technical terms.
No, I'm just going to.
Right? You're just dealing normal cards. Is that, is that fair? Well, it doesn't matter
yeah,
because this is stop there.
dang
10 of
it.
clubs like that. There you go.
Dang
Well,
it.
thank God you didn't deal with
That's so good, though.
And there's 10
I love it.
there. Okay. So that
Looks
is,
awesome.
thank you. That is the routine. And I'll show you guys, obviously, the work behind that. But before I do anything, like I said, I've used 3 different techniques to do the exact same thing. And what that does is that each one cancels out the next.
Yeah.
If they thought that I was...
You did it one way.
Right. If they thought I was using a psychological kind of force or that I was waiting for them to do something, I cancel out later by taking my time. And even addressing it, saying, listen, maybe you thought I was like waiting for you to say stop or something, and I slowed down or something. This time, I'm going to take your time. And this time, maybe you thought I was doing a sneaky move, so you do it this time. And even though I'm cheating and doing a bunch of moves, each one makes sense to them, and each time I do it, they go, well, no, it didn't work that way. There's no way it could have worked that way, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So,
Have you seen last week's free tutorial yet? Make sure you do. Card on screen right now, or the link is in the description. Make sure you check it out. It's an absolute feast for the eyes, and it's completely free. Go treat yourself. Now, I'm so sorry, Mark. I need to interrupt for just a wee second, because I want to find out who won last episode's bundle. So, best New York accent, please. Forget about it. Remarkably, that was only one take. Let me know what you thought in the comment section below out of 10. Now, congratulations, my friend. You're the winner of last episode's bundle. So if you could DM me on any of Murphy's socials, I'll get that prize out to you quicker. You can say, hey, can you teach me how to do that? That was exceptional. Now on to this week's giveaway. If you want a chance to win the Card Magic bundle, all you need to do is comment in the comment section below what deck of cards would you use for this performance. Would you use the Nox, the Cherries, the Howlin' Jacks, Ristrettos? What would you do this with? Let me know in the comment section below. I'll choose someone out at random and you'll be announced on the next episode. So good luck. All right, champion, ready to check out more videos just like this one? Make sure you check out our YouTube channel where we drop new videos every single day. And while you're there, make sure you subscribe because why not? Save yourself coming back later.
the methods are pretty simple. Any card can be chosen, so take one out. Don't forget it this time, Chris. That's what we pay you the big bucks for. Ace of clubs, right? So this case, I had to put the card back. Control it in your favorite fashion. I use a pass for the most part, so they put the card in, I pass it to the top as I'm shuffling, as I'm organizing the cards. And now I'm going to shuffle 6 cards on top of the Ace of clubs, okay? Right? And then I jog a card, I shuffle the rest on top, and it just looks like I'm mixing the cards up, okay? Now as that happens, I bring the cards back to the top, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, the 7th card is their chosen card. I'm going to turn that face up so you guys can follow it, okay? But now I'm just going to do the traditional psychological force. right? It's in a ton of literature. But basically what I do here is I say, whenever you want, just say stop. And I say that as I'm dealing the third or fourth card. Within 2 to 3 seconds, they will say stop here.
Stop.
Right here, and then it stops there, okay? There are, of course, other methods of getting out of this situation if they go past it, but because they don't know what to do, what's happening next, I mean, 9 out of 10 times they will stop there. If they say stop on the card, perfect. If they say stop here, perfect. If they say stop the next card, you pick this up and do a double. If you know, there's a ton of methods and variations you can accomplish, okay?
So you say whenever you want to say stop, and by
Yeah,
that time you have 4 cards down.
Right, so I go like this. So this is the timing. I'm going to deal cards like this, one at a time. Whenever you want, just say stop.
Stop.
Right? Now, if you're at home watching, you will feel almost compelled to say, all right, stop, because you just
Right.
want to get it over with, and then the card will be there. Right? Dan D. Ortiz has probably the most extensive work on the psychological stop force. Okay? That's the first method I use. The second method I use is a second deal. Okay? Now, I'm using a stud style deal. It is something that I do only because I like how it looks, and I like the idea of dealing cards face up. There's a nice retention of vision when done well. I know these cameras are like HD and stuff like that, but in person, it just looks like I'm dealing cards off the top of the deck in a stud poker fashion. It just looks like I'm just dealing cards one at a time. Okay, so what's happening here is I bring the ace of clubs to the top. Okay, once again, I shuffle 1, 2 cards, and then I in jog again, and I shuffle the rest on top. Okay, so what happens is now their card is third from the top. I'm gonna leave it face up so you guys can follow. I'm gonna say this time, I don't want you to think that maybe I was waiting for you to say stop or something. So I'm gonna deal cards one at a time, and when you want, you're just gonna say stop. Okay. And I do that, and as you can see, I'm doing seconds this whole
keep
time.
going.
And I say, just make sure you don't stop at the end because that's not your card, of course. And I'm just doing seconds. And what's gonna happen is, I've realized that they stop about 10 or 11 cards in because they're trying to be stubborn, especially when I tell them to be stubborn. I do the second deals. I say stop whenever you want. Say stop. It doesn't matter, of course. You go right here, you show it, and then it's their card. Okay. After I explain the rest of the routine, I'll go over that second deal a little more in depth. Okay. Once that's done, I say, wait a minute, maybe, just maybe, I'm doing some sneaky kind of move. Even though that's possible, it's impossible. Are you a magician? They'll, of course, say no. You'll say, well, so can you do any sneaky moves? Don't think so. They'll, of course, say no. You hand them the deck, and what's happening is the ace of clubs is on the top of the deck. Okay, and I'm going to leave it face up so you guys can follow. I hand them the deck, and I say, I want you to take the cards, and I want you to deal cards face down here. Now, the reason why I'm doing it for him is because when I first started doing this, I would say deal cards one at a time, and sometimes they would deal cards like that, or they would deal cards face up, and then the trick is ruined. Okay, so I say, do me a favor, deal cards face down one at a time, and when you want, just stop. Now, if you notice, the ace of clubs is already on the bottom. Okay, they're going to deal about 5 or 6 cards. A couple more. Okay, and once that's there, you've noticed that in my hand I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 cards, now ready to do one of the easiest bottom deals you can perform, especially because you have 11 cards in your hand. Okay, what's going to happen here is I'm going to perform a stud bottom deal. Okay, and because I'm dealing with such a small packet, it's almost laughable how easy it is to pull out. Okay, so what's happening here is I push this card forward, and as I push this card forward, just like the last bottom deal that we did, I'm going to push the bottom card out as well. This is a traditional style push for a bottom deal. Okay, this is in Erdnase. It's obviously a different grip, but the idea of pushing the card free is something that's been in print in a lot of places. Okay, so you push this card forward, you push the bottom card out, which should line up with the top card. Okay, from the top, it should look like there's nothing going on. So if I push it forward, they shouldn't see any kind of discrepancy. Okay, and mind you, this is happening all while I'm dealing. Yeah. Okay, you shouldn't do this. That's not good, right? So you deal forward. You push this card. Now, if you notice, I'm getting some knuckle flash only because the angle of the camera. But from Chris's view, he sees no knuckle flash. Okay, so from the camera view, this is, as you see, there's no knuckle flash because you want them to be looking straight down onto the cards, which actually helps the illusion of when I deal the cards from the top, when I deal the card from the bottom. Okay, so when I go here, I push forward. I say, "What was your card, sir?" He says stop, and what I'm going to do now is as I go here, I'm going to, with my thumb, I'm going to pull the bottom card forward, and with this thumb, I'm going to pull back and deal that forward. And then when done at full speed, it looks like it's the top card. Okay? So it's here, you push forward, and there you go, like so. All right? One more time. It's here, here, and there you go. All right? And the retention of vision is what actually sells the bottom deal so well. You need to push and pull the top card. Okay, you need it to look like these cards should be meld together. When you use borderless cards, it looks so good, but the problem with that is that you become complacent to borderless cards. You should work with border cards and make your bottom deal look incredible with a bordered deck. Okay?
Do you think the faster you go, the better?
I do it faster only because it's what I'm accustomed to doing. It's how I deal when I play poker. Like you deal like that. It should look like you're doing it with some kind of initiative. But you could do it slow. When you do it slow, you just have to make sure, like that was slow. You just have to make sure that your retention is on par. But as you can see there, you can shake that one right there. There you go. And it looks.
And that bottom card, how are you pushing?
So
that
what's
bottom
happening
card
here
out, finger placement.
is I'm in mechanics grip, okay. And what's gonna happen here is I'm gonna with my thumb. You notice what happens with my thumb there? My thumb and my pad of my palm are we pushing kind of down. And when I push down, okay. Now the thumb is actually not going to be there because that's not natural. It's going to be more of like in a dealing position, but there's going to be a downward pressure. When that downward pressure is there, that's allowing the cards to stay stationary, while the bottom card is allowed to be pushed off. So what you're doing with your middle fingers, with your fingers, is you're pushing off and slowly letting the cards protrude out. You see that? Okay, so here, and the cards will protrude out like so. And now when I pull, there's the retention of vision. Okay. Once again, this is not the place to be learning how to do an in-depth bottom deal, but I want to show you little techniques and tips for those who currently use a bottom deal and how to make it easier.
Now, thank you so much, Mark, you absolute handsome gentleman. If you want to see more of Mark's work, link in the description below right now to his socials and an absolute plethora of his releases. Mark is a genius, and this At the Table lecture is incredible. It's over 2 hours and 40 minutes long, so strap yourself in, you're in for a good time. You're going to learn over 10 amazing effects, including the dirty rat you saw at the beginning of the episode. You're also going to learn how Mark approaches tables, the business side of magic, and also creating your character. So if you want to see more on this incredible At the Table lecture, and oh baby, you're missing out if you don't check it out because it's cheap as chips. You can get it right now via the link in the description below right now for $9.95. Now, my friends, I know you're super busy. You have a big weekend to get back to. So I will see you on our Discord for our weekly jams, trivia games, hangouts, and even more. On Tuesday for a special episode of Stumped. Or on Wednesday for another What's New This Week. Now take care, my Shania Twain friends. See you later. Bye for now. Whoa, hey, whoa, what's that? Oh, you should definitely check out that. Oh, there's so much good magic in there. You won't regret it. Hey, whoa, hey, look at this bad boy. You should definitely subscribe if you haven't already. Subscribe, then watch that. Oh, it's a good day to treat yourself.